Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you from Kalispell, Montana. And apparently I had a typo. I called it Birthfdays. So I had to fix the typo. I don't think it's fixed on YouTube though. I'll have to remember to go back in there. So you might be watching me on Facebook, you might be watching me here on YouTube. Either way, I apologize for the typo. I did fix it on Facebook, but I have to go back to YouTube to fix that because apparently I was typing too fast. I was trying to get in and yeah. There's some days where the electronics works beautifully and there's other days where it doesn't. And today was one of those hit and miss. You know how it is. It seems like if I haven't done it for a little while, there's always a little bit of a catch-up kind of thing. Let me get this up so we can make sure I can zoom. So we're going to start off with a quick little unboxing before we get to our kit together, because our kit is in the new box. But since I've seen you last, or actually the last couple times, I've gotten a couple new items in from the new catalog or the upcoming online exclusives that will be released in July. And so I wanted to go ahead and show you that stuff. So the box is open because I put some things that I've gotten in the box and I just wanted to show you. But we do have a new kit to take a look at. So let's go ahead and go over here to the box. I want to come out just a little bit. All right, so no bubbles because I already took them out. But I wanted to show you, this is an online exclusive. It is actually from the March online exclusive. It is a huge, you'll have to use your huge block or your Stamparatus or your new positioner to do this stamp. But look at it. I saw Patty Bennett doing something with this and it just looked so beautiful. I thought, you know what? Now I have to have that stamp. And I've got some ideas for it. So you'll see some stuff coming up soon. I also got the balloon festoon, which has the dies and all the birthday stuff. And I thought, you know, we always need birthdays, right? My question for you up above is, how many birthdays do you have in June? I know that I have a number of them. Let's see. I haven't sent, oh yeah, June is a popular month. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, well 15 birthdays and an anniversary that I need to make cards for. So this is a perfect set for that. So I need to be doing that for you either on a live or in a video. So here it is, and look how big these balloon dies are. So you could actually use this one as a card base and just not cut it all the way out. So I'll be showing you this and we'll be talking about that. So here's a whole bunch of stamps, some confetti, some stars, another little balloon, some dots, and then you did it. Happy birthday, enjoy your day, let's celebrate, hip hip hooray. Some great birthday stuff there. So I'm looking forward to playing with that and showing you. And then we have the words and wishes, another birthday one. And both of these, we've been told, both of these will be around for at least the year until the next May catalog. So that's one of the other reasons why I got it. And we've got words and wishes. And here are the dies. And I love this because I've not done that very often, but we have the words where you can do the skinny and then the outline, and you have some leaves, you have some confetti, you have little presents or cupcakes there, and they, oh, here it's not a cupcake, it's a it's a cake going this way. All right, and then some presents and lots of words. To a friend, we're celebrating. I hope your day is delightful. Thanks for being so fabulous. Life is better with you around. To someone who's always there when I need you. Happy birthday to for you. Best wishes. You are the best. Thank you. Life would be so much duller without you. You make life sweeter than cake. I wish we could celebrate together. I'm so lucky to have you as my friend. You put the yay in every day. You make every moment special. Lots of great word sentiments there for you. And I just love that. So this one is going to be fun, and you can combine it with the balloons from this one. So that's where we're headed there. And of course, lots of birthdays coming up. I even have, I think, a bunch of July. Oh no, not as many in July. May was a busy one, and I didn't make everyone's birthday. So I wish there was one in here but I have one from the past that said this is the card I should have sent, kind of thing, when you are delayed. So one of the other papers from the March online exclusives is this Floral Charm paper, and we have this with that side. This one, I love the Blackberry Bliss and the blue and the Berry Burst together. That's just one of my favorite combinations. And here we have some blue-green, and there's that. We have this one. These kinds of colors are not really my favorite, but they work for other people, so I can use them for other people. I do love the leaves. This is very reminiscent of a fall paper that we had once a few years ago, and I do like this combination where they've got the Berry Burst and Blackberry Bliss kind of mixed in with the orange palette. That I can handle, but the solid orange, to me, that's just a little bit blah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. All right, now I can't remember for sure if this embossing folder, and let me look, we haven't done a walkthrough yet. I'm just behind in so many things. So, no, this embossing folder, the Floral Spray 3D embossing folder, that actually goes with one of the other stamp sets. Oh, it goes with the Valley and Bloom stamp set, which I don't have, but I wanted this embossing folder because look at it. It's so pretty. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, can't wait to play with that. So then we have this set. This is from the Bloom Boutique. I just got the scallop dies. I decided I didn't really want the flowers, although now I'm looking at them thinking, this is another one that they said be around, but I just love this. It has the stitched look here and then the cut look, so every other alternating, and look at all these scallops. So super fun to play with. This is the paper. It's a lot of the in colors. We've got the gold. You can see all the gold on it. And then there's the other side. There's no gold on that side, which is really super cute. The gold is on this side. And then some more gold. And then we have these patterns. Here's some more gold, again with those oranges. I'm okay with the gold and the orange. And the blue and the orange. It's just yellow and orange together. Just doesn't work for me. But those papers are super pretty, and it's all the in colors. All right, and then we have this one. This is covered in flower accents. These are already die cuts for you, and you can change the colors or use them white. How fun is that? And then I couldn't remember if I showed you these two masks. So they're now 12-inch masks, so that if you are a scrapbooker, you could use them in your scrapbook. You have this one with the dotted lines, and then you have this one which could be a giraffe, it could be stones on the water, all kinds of options. We have, I had a card here. There it is. So here's a card. So I did two different cards. One is a little bit darker than the other. You can see here the lines, the dotted lines right there, and then these shapes. And here it's meant to look kind of like stones in the water. But I saw someone else do it as giraffe spots, which would be super cute with the Silly Safari. These new white gabled boxes, those are coming out in the July online exclusive. So now we're on to the July online exclusive stuff. So those are coming out, the boxes. Perfect timing with the holidays coming up. We are getting new scissors. Yep, new snips. And as a demonstrator, we were allowed to order one pair, which was nice that they didn't, let because some people buy way too many. So we'll see. They look about the same. They look the same. All right. So, yeah. So they look the same. So I'm really excited that we finally are getting new snips in, because these are just so important for all of our cutting. And then I'm going to start back here. There's this one. Apparently it's called the Birthday Song. And apparently at Stampin' Up, when somebody there who works there has a birthday, they do this little short song. And it's clap, clap, clap. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Clap, 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 clap. Hey, happy birthday. So it's got some flamingos. And then it's got some seal and walrus. So, and then the puffin. So I thought, you know what, this would be really cute. So yeah, I'm totally into the birthday stuff, right? So I thought, you know what, this would be fun. And this would be fun to practice coloring either with your watercolor pencils or your Stampin' Blends. So I thought, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. Then this one, and this is also the July online exclusives. These come together and they are the Summer Happiness dies and stamps. Super cute. And what I want to show you is, you can see this, but they have the names up here. They didn't, let me see, here we go. See up here, it said Stamp and Cut and Emboss, and then you had to look down here for the words and wishes. Now it's all up here. So you can see it clearly, the dies and the stamps, which is awesome. And before, when you had your stamps, there were a lot of people stamping this onto the inside, but now it's here. They're a little larger because this is never going to be the original size, so that the black market folks who try and cheat and steal, they can't, because it's not the right size. But it still gives us an idea of where the stamps go, which stamps should be on there. And I like that they changed it. Perfect. What's really cool is this one has washi tape with it. Now, you have not seen me use the washi tape. This is the third one that has washi tape. Let me get some scissors. This is the third one that has washi tape. The first one was flowers in last year's annual catalog. And then there was another one with leaves that was maybe the fall catalog. I can't remember for sure. I didn't do it. I didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm not sure I want to get into it. But when I saw this fun summer one, I said, okay, now I'm in it. Now I'm doing it. I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to get the washi tape and get into it because it looks so fun. Look at this. Come on. Okay, so it's all sticky on the back. It's all sticky and it rolls out like that. Okay, and then it starts over. So it's about 9 inches, a friend of mine said. So I'm going to put that on white paper so I have a sample of it. And then I'm going to just use a little 1-inch strip of paper here so I can always find the beginning. Some people use a larger strip. I'm just going to use a little, 1/8 inch along there, but it coordinates with this. Now, as to whether or not, let's see if the dies will cut it out. The other ones have had dies that cut it out, so we'll just go with the cherries. Yep, the dies cut out the things on here. How cool is that? So we'll be playing with that one very soon because I'm excited because I haven't done the washi tape before, but I'm all in now. I'm all in now. We're doing it. All right, and then we have 2 kits to choose from today. We're going to do the Pretty Party kit, and this is the Serene Scenes kit, and we'll do that one next week. So let's dive right in. Tell me which things that I showed you are on your wish list or on your must-have, gonna get it, no doubt about it kind of list. I gotta chill and start using all the stuff that I bought because you know how that goes. Now, if you have a wish list that's more than $90, $99, consider the starter kit. All right, so the starter kit, let me zoom in a little bit more for you now. The starter kit is $99. You get $125 worth of product and your choice of the full set of in color ink pads. Okay, all 5 colors. That's a value of $63. Or you can do an additional $35 worth of product. So you can either get $125 worth of product and the ink pads, all 5 of them, or you can get $160 worth of product and all of it for $99. Either or, you have to make a choice. And what they're going to do, or what you're going to do, is you're going to go in there, go to my website, junebugcreations29.stampinup.net, and click on join. And then you will get to join my team. You'll be a part of the Ink Collective Crafters. We have a lot of fun. We gather together at least once a month to craft, sometimes more. And we share ideas, we craft, we inspire each other, we cheer each other on. We have a great time. So if you're interested in that, this only goes until the 31st. So if you saw some of the things and you're like, man, that's over $100, you could get it. You could get it all for $99. So if you can spend $99, then you can get $125 worth of product, all the in color stamp pads, or $160 worth of product for that $99. Either way, it's a smoking deal. Hard to pass up. So if you have questions, reach out to me, please. I am happy to answer them. Would love to have you join our Ink Collective Crafters. I know it's a tongue twister. I did not do that on purpose. And right now for the product of the month, it is this paper, this vellum. I think I've shown it to you all before. This vellum, and I'll be doing a live or a video this week on this, making some cards with it. Let's see, that's the same stuff. So there's 4 different sheets. You have to fussy cut them though. There's 4 different sheets. It's really a very thick vellum, and it's $5 for the pack, and you get 3 of each of the 4 sheets. So you still get 12 sheets of paper. You just get 3 of each of the 4 different sheets for $5 when your order totals $75 or more. And that's even as a demonstrator. It's even as a demonstrator. All right, so super fun projects. And like I said, the May online exclusives are out already. We have this Splash and Relax set. We have the the Silly Old Bear set. We have the, let's see, what is there? The Ouch set, the Thoughtful Octopus, the Natural Artistry, and the Just Peachy. Lots of different options there with dies included. All right, so let's get to this kit because I know that's what you're here for. All right, so this is Cajun Craze. So we're going to go ahead and grab our regular size pad for the Cajun Craze. We have this fun birthday wishes. Congratulations, it's time to celebrate. So this could be birthday, or this could even be like graduation or some sort of a celebration for school, for a degree, for retirement. You know, it does say birthday wishes, but you could use a stamp set from one of the other kits and turn it into a different kind of card. All right, just anything you want to celebrate. That's what this is for. So we have our dimensionals. Then we have in here our clear block. You get a clear block with every kit collection kit. All right. And then what you can do if you have more than one, since they are a little narrow, you can glue 2 of them together. And then you have something more to grab onto, which is what I like to do. Then we have our glue dots right here, and then we have our adhesive backed sequence for our gems. All right, here we go. We have our little birthday stamps, and what I like to do is fold it into a tri-fold, because then what I do is I keep my stamps in here like that. And that way I know what I have. We have our no-fail instructions. You gotta love that. So we start off, we have 3 cards, 3 of each design. So we have 9 cards, pretty party kit. And we're going to go ahead and start here because this is our ingredients page. All right. Here we go. We have all our envelopes. They're all the same. So I'm going to pull out 3, one for each card. And then we have for our stamping, we have our chipboard. We want to hang on to that. We have this card. That's card 2. And then we have this card is card 3. And then we have this one. I love this. And this, if you got the balloon festoon, you could kind of use some of this as an idea too of how to make your cards. So on here, we want, out of this, we're going to use this one. And it's going to go here. And this one is going to go on card 3. This one is going to go on card 3. These are going to go on card 2. And this one goes on card 2. And these go on card 2. And this one, there we go, this one goes on card 3. All right, so that's all of those in repeat. And then we have this. So let's see, this one, and they usually have one extra of each sentiment piece in case you make a boo-boo. This one is card 2. This one is card 3, and both of these are card 1. So these are fairly simple. You can do a lot more with them if you want. I can see here, because of the pieces, we're going to be popping things up, so you could leave things flat and use the pop-up pieces for something else. I know that Rachel Tessman does a lot of alternates for even the Kits Collection kits. I don't tend to do that at this point in time. Anything's possible. Could change my mind and start doing that. I have thought about it. I do make suggestions of some things you could do while going through this. So if you wanted to change it up, you could. So now we're going to follow our instructions. This is more of an unboxing and just helping you do the cards, because sometimes they're a little confusing and tricky, but not very often. But that's what I'm here for, to help show you and help make it easier on you. So you have this one. We're going to get out our chipboard, and we have this birthday going this way, this. So we want our birthday wishes, and we want to notate where yours, so this is centered, this one is more to the left. So we're going to use our Cajun Craze, which is really not a color I would have thought to use for this by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not one I would have thought. So we're going to do birthday and wishes. I'm going to pick up wishes with one side of my blocks, and I'm going to flip it over and do birthday with the other. And then I want to kind of condition it. You want to make sure, some people rub it on their clothes. I just rub it on my hand, and that gets the factory stuff off of it, the factory leftovers. I'm not even sure what to call it, but I usually just rub it on the palm of my hand. Let's see how it stamps. Nice. All right, and so this one is going to go right here. And if you wanted it to curve more, you would have to set this curve up on there. And then we're going to check wishes. Yep. And you don't, because these are really thin letters, you don't want to push too hard, or you will thicken your, oh, that didn't quite catch. Hold on. There we go. That makes it a little bit thicker, but that's okay. All right, so you want to make sure not to squeeze down, because that will widen the letters because you're going to squish it. So there we have that. And that's it. But we are going to use the balloons, and we're going to do it on the inside, even though they don't say to do it on the inside. We are going to do it on the inside anyways. All right. So I just like to use my hand, and that just kind of takes that factory finish off. All right. So we're going to do this across, or let's see, over there. And we'll do those down there. All right. Close this up. Put this out of the way. Come back here. All right, so we're going to take this one. We're going to put some dimensionals on it. And this time they did give us some full-size dimensionals, which is always so nice. All right, they have quite a few dimensionals on here. Oop. Here we go. All right. Did everyone have a good Memorial weekend? It dawned on me that I didn't even wish everyone a happy Memorial Day, although that's kind of weird to say because Memorial is about remembering those who lost their lives in wars, serving our country. So it's kind of hard to say happy Memorial Day, but maybe it was a day of reflection. I know for us, it was a day to be thankful that we did not lose anybody in a war. You know, my dad was in Korea, and he was in Vietnam twice. So we were fortunate that he did not give all. You know, he didn't give his life. He served for a lot of years and then retired, but he didn't give his life. So we're thankful for that because today he celebrates his 96th birthday. Can you believe that? He's 96. Wowza. All right, so this is the birthday one. So we're going to flip it over this way. And this is the wishes one. We're going to flip it over this way. So the wishes one will have two, not sentiments, two, that's not coming off. Here we go. Two dimensionals. There we go. I got it finally out of my mouth. Two dimensionals and a glue dot on the end. The little dot is, all right, let's see. That one got up on my finger, so we're going to use it. All right. Here we go. Okay, so this one is going to go from this side of the card over here. And this one is going to go from this side of the card over here. And then we have some gems. All right, yeah, come on, here we go. There we go. We're going to put one right here. One right here. And the smaller ones right here. All right, so there is your first card. Super simple, right? Super simple. And people will think you just spent hours on it. And you didn't. All right, let's go ahead and do some balloons on this one because, well, why not? So I'm going to do this like they're floating up. Come on. So we're going to do this. And then, oh. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let's find, where's my cleaner? Here we go. See, if I do that, the lines are going to be in it. And I don't want the lines in it. So I just want to do the balloons without the lines. All right, like that. Oop. There we go. And then a little bit more. There they go. So they're floating up the side of the envelope. All right. And then what I like to do is I just stick it in here like that. Birthday wishes. Easy peasy. Let's go on to the next one. So the next one has a whole lot of balloons going on, and I would for sure be inclined to, for all of these, because what did we have on the back here? Yeah, for all of these, I would cut these in half. So maybe next week, maybe next week I need to do some alternates with this, because I'm seeing lots of possibilities. Lots of possibilities, because they're double-sided. Anytime there's double-sided, you know, if you join me on Paper Pumpkin, I tend to cut them apart, because yes, that's what we do. All right, so now we want to stamp. It's time to celebrate. I did out one of our regular ergonomic blocks. They just have a little bit of a groove there for your fingers to fit comfortably. Oh, see, I forgot to condition it. So the other way to condition it is to stamp it a bunch of times. All right. And then we're going to center this here. There we go. I prefer to rub it on my hand versus stamping repeatedly, but I forgot. So now we're going to put 3 dimensionals on the back of this. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go down here. Love all the balloons. I've always been a big balloon person. I always had balloons for my son's birthday because I love balloons myself. So I have a birthday coming up, and I trust my husband thinks to give me balloons. I might have to like tell my son and he'll tell him, or I might just have to flat out tell my husband I want balloons. It's the big 6-0. I deserve balloons because I like balloons. And I'm not sure why I like balloons. That's my son. Hopefully it's not an emergency. He probably looked at the calendar and I did not move it that I would be live. Today was his first day of work at his new job. There we go. Lots and lots of dimensionals on here. Possibly too many, I think. All right, so this one is going to go down here. Oops. Today's my dad's birthday. I should have waited and done one of these cards for him. But I gave him a different card. Also with balloons. Yeah, I have a thing with balloons. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. That's very true. All right. We'll go with that. All right. I love this. This is so cute. All right. So let's go ahead. Whew. It is hot. I'm going to have to either put an air conditioner up here or put a fan up here because I am not getting a breeze with my cross drafting windows. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am usually in the coldest room in the house, and now in this house, I apparently got the hottest room in the house. So I'm like, oh, groovy. All right, so let's go ahead and put some balloons inside here as well. We'll just do them over here like that. And then we'll go ahead and just do some over here. There we go. Keep it simple. Keep it quick and easy. All right. There we go. What do you think? Super cute. Lots of balloons. All right. I know. Did you know that about me, that I love balloons so much? Probably not. This is my guess. Probably not. All right, so let's do our stamping. It's very simple stamping. There's not a ton of stamping. This one is going to use this last one, which is congratulations. And we'll get out another stamp. This time we'll remember to condition it, just because the photopolymer have that thing with it. Let's see how it stamps. Oh, it stamps beautifully. All right, and we can center that. Ooh, let's make sure we have it the right way around. Although there is 2 sides to each sentiment, so that works as well. Oh, okay, so this time they are recommending stamping the balloon over here, except what they don't seem to know is that the post office doesn't like when you stamp over here. You can use this side, but they want this side. So we're going to do, again, our stamps over on that side. I don't recommend that you stamp on this side. This is the post office side. You get this bit over here. So if you want to decorate your envelopes, just do it over here. I wouldn't do it across the bottom because that sticker is going to show up anyways. And then the flap is already done for you, but you could do the flap when it's not done for you. All right, so this one is going to be a landscape card, and I like to turn it over and do the other side. This would be really cute too. Even though it's the top of the balloons, you could still do something with that. All right, so then we're going to dimensionalize all of this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put this one on here, almost to the end, not quite. Like that. And then we're going to put it down here on the edge, like that. And then we're going to do these balloons with dimensionals. So they've got the same balloons, all the same balloons. And I'm going to do this little triangle versus lining it up so it's not all wonky. And I'm just going to do those 3. They have more. I think that'll be plenty. Nothing's going on top of it. So then you want to make sure to line up the top and then pull it down that way. And that just kind of gives it a shadow effect. And then this one will be over here. All right, and then we have our gems. This time we're doing 5 gems. So I'm going to do one over here, one over here. And I like to use a smaller, it looks like they're using mostly the same size, but it's kind of hard to tell. All right, and then one over here. We're doing 5. There we go. Did I get the other one right? Yeah, there were just 3. All right, look at that. Oh my gosh, was I doing it down here? I really need to fix that camera, huh? All right, so we'll do one more in here of our balloons. We'll do it over on that side. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. There you go. And we have our 3 cards done pretty lickety split. Super simple, but they don't look simple. All right. The people you give these to are not going to know how quick and easy they were unless you're sharing about how quick and easy kits are. Then, of course, they'll know how quick and easy they are, and yet still beautiful with all the gold flecks and everything. I just love these cards. Yeah, which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? I I think this one's cool. It looks more like bubbles than balloons, but I do like that one. I do like that one. So I'm not sure. Not sure. Not sure which one I like. I definitely like them all. All right, so thank you for joining me today. If you're catching this on a replay, thanks for coming and checking it out. I really appreciate it. Let me know where you're watching from, and of course, if you're watching on YouTube and you found this, then please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you can find out when I'm going live, which is typically Tuesdays for Kit Together Tuesdays, and we are switching Paper Pumpkin Playdate to Friday mornings at 8:45. So let's see how that works with my schedule. We are getting some help. So we have home health care coming in, and then Mom and I have to be out. So we're kind of changing up the schedule, but Tuesdays will stay the same, and we're just moving Paper Pumpkin Playdate over to Fridays. So take care. Have a great rest of your day. I trust you're staying cool. I'm hot. It's hot today here, which is a nice change, actually, a nice change. So take care, have a good one, and I'll see you at the latest on Friday. Bye-bye.